COVID-19, a special half-hour show wherein we tell you all the developments on the pandemic. Life and day-to-day activities are picking up pace even as we brave the global pandemic, while Vande Bharat mission continues to bring back stranded Indians back home from foreign shores. Domestic airline operations, except those to Maharashtra and West Bengal, are set to resume from airports in a graded manner from Monday. We get to the details of this. Also, we get to global updates on the virus, inputs from our reporters, and in these times of the pandemic's outbreak, we all are aware of the dire need to wear face masks or face covers. But have you ever faced the trouble of failing to identify the person wearing a mask? We get you a special report from Trivandrum, where a studio owner has come up with a superb idea of a personalized mask with your picture printed on it. We get you more on this. Stay with us for the next half an hour. We begin with the headlines first. Domestic flight operations to commence nationwide tomorrow, except in the state of Maharashtra, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu governments proposed deferment of flights till 31st May. Other states announced quarantine norms for returnees. India to restart international passenger flights before August. Railways to ferry 35 lakh more migrant workers to their homes within the next 10 days. Transport more than 46 lakh migrants laborers so far. Bookings commence for the 100 pairs of special trains to be run starting 1st of June. Only 10 out of 200 trains booked to its full capacity, while 190 trains still have vacant seats. India continues to battle against COVID-19. Active cases reach 73,560, while 54,440 people have recovered so far. 3,867 people have lost their lives. Fight against COVID-19 continues across the globe as well. More than 53 lakh infected with the deadly virus. Death toll breaches 3,42,000 mark. US continues to be the worst affected nation with over 16,22,000 cases and 97,087 deaths. Brazil is at the second place with over 3,47,000 cases. All right, those were the top stories. Up next, we'll take a look at the developments in India in our segment Ground Zero. Domestic airline operations are set to resume from airports in a graded manner from Monday. The government has made thermal screening mandatory for all passengers, and everyone is supposed to download Arogya Setu smartphone app, which will inform the authorities whether you are coming from a highly infected zone. The government had ordered a suspension of all flights from March 25th as part of the nationwide lockdown to prevent the spread of the virus. In the national capital, all flights will be operating from Terminal 3. Entry gates, self-check-in machines and check-in bays will be allocated to airlines to avoid overcrowding by the air travelers at the airport. However, Maharashtra has deferred flight operations till 31st of this month. The state government has clarified that it has not amended its lockdown order dated May 19th and will not allow air travel till the end of the month. Also, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu governments have proposed to defer flight operations for a few more days. Tamil Nadu government has appointed senior IAS officer Hans Raj Verma to coordinate domestic air operations and formulate a strategy to handle incoming passengers. Besides Verma, the state government has also appointed another IAS officer, Harmendu Singh, to prepare a strategy for screening, testing and quarantining the incoming air and rail passengers. Now, both the officials will consult the Health and Revenue Departments, Southern Railway, Airports Authority of India and other stakeholders and submit a revised protocol for air and rail services. States like Karnataka, Kerala, Punjab and Chhattisgarh have said that passengers entering to the states, even on domestic flights, will be quarantined. Meanwhile, Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri said that Airport Authority and airline companies are all set to restart the international flight operations. He, however, said that flight operations will commence only after evaluation of the COVID pandemic status. And considering resumption of air travel in a graded manner from tomorrow, Airports Authority of India has issued departure guidelines for special attention of the passengers. Now, according to the departure guidelines, passengers must reach the airport 2 hours before the scheduled time. Wear required protective gear like masks and gloves. The passengers must arrive at the airport via personal and authorized vehicles. Only one check-in and one hand baggage are allowed. Elderly, pregnant ladies and kids should avoid air travel as of now. Use of trolley is restricted. Compulsory walk-through screening zone for thermal screening before entering the terminal building is mandatory, and social distancing markers must be respected. The passengers should ensure web check-in and get a boarding pass. Information on social distancing and personal protection will be displayed on the display boards, posters, and the standees must be followed. Download the baggage tag or baggage identification number, print it and stick it on the baggage. And Shishir Shelar is joining us to get us more on that. Shishir, we've seen that Maharashtra has still deferred the ongoing decision of letting the air travel be allowed in the state. You let us know more details. What has been the state's say in this?
Well, absolutely, Priti. The order which the Maharashtra government has issued, it's not a new order. The order actually issued on 19th, looking at the numbers which are increasing in the state, especially the COVID positive numbers, and soon the Maharashtra will touch the 50,000 mark here. And that's the reason that's quite a worrisome factor for the state government. And hence, on 19th of May, the state government had issued an order in which it is mentioned that the flights has been restricted till 31st of May. Be it international also and domestic also. And that's the reason the state government yesterday, the officials have said that they have not amended the previous order, which ultimately resulted that the flight operations will be cancelled or restricted till 31st of May here. The reason that the Maharashtra government has given, because in the morning the Maharashtra Home Minister has tweeted that it is not advisable to start the flight operation in the state, because the people coming from green zone to some of the red zone here will be quite dangerous here. At the same time, he said that there will be a extra amount of pressure on the authorities also, be it the police or the authorities, to maintain the law and order situation also at the airport also, and to follow the norms which have been stipulated. And that's the reason, especially in the red zone, flights will not be operated here. But since looking at the Maharashtra's condition at this point in time, all major airports are situated probably in the municipal corporation areas, be it Mumbai, be it Pune or Nagpur also. And these are all municipal corporation areas comes under red zone here, because recently Maharashtra government have notified all the municipal corporation into red zone here, and that's the reason extra precautions have been taken in these areas. And keeping that in mind, when all your major airports comes under red zone, the Maharashtra government, it seems, that is not willing to start the air operations till 31st of May. And that's the reason even the Maharashtra Home Minister have tweeted that. And yesterday, the Principal Secretary to the CMO, Pushan Gagrani, have also have informed that the operations will not start, because we have not amended the previous order which state that the air operation is restricted in the Maharashtra. Yes, Priti.
All right, Shishir. So the state government there not allowing flight travel till 31st of May and is seeking more time. Let's get us an update on the current COVID-19 situation in the state.
Well, absolutely. Looking at these numbers, yesterday also we have seen here that each day the Maharashtra is recording almost 2,000 or 2,000 plus numbers of COVID positive patients here. And these are the red zone that you talk about, like Mumbai, Pune, Nagpur, Malegaon, Nasik. These are the areas where the numbers are increasing day by day, and that's what quite a worrisome factor for the entire state here. Well, ample measures have been taken here, especially in Mumbai. The Maharashtra government is increasing the capacity, the beds capacity also, and that's the reason they have taken some other important locations in Mumbai, especially if we talk about the BKC ground, if we talk about the Goregaon ground and the NSCI ground. These are the some of the places that the Maharashtra government have taken and will transfer it into the COVID center. And apart from that, nearly 80, most of the private hospitals the state government have taken into their own hand, and 80% bed is reserved for the COVID patient itself. That's the reason Looking at the increasing number here, these kind of measures have been taken not just in Mumbai but in other part of the state as well. As I told you, that Malegaon is also increasing as hotspot here. Pune is another important place where the numbers are increasing, and now these COVID numbers are also spreading to the other green areas as well. And that's the reason on 19th of May, the state government have actually categorized the state into 3 different zones, and that is the green zone, that is the orange and the green zone that we've talked about. The other one is red zone, and the last one is a containment zone here. So these broadly 3 categories the government have made, and now the government is more focused on the red zone areas and containment areas as well. Well, the new guidelines have also been issued by the BMC, the Municipal Corporation of Mumbai, according to which if the patient found in any society, so earlier the rule was that the entire society used to get sealed here, but now some of the lenience has been granted by the authorities here, and only few flats of the society will now be sealed here, not the entire society. Likewise, the areas also where the COVID patients found here. Well, the number I told you, the number rising here, but the containment zone has been restricted now. The containment zone has been reduced now completely. Some of the areas which were actually comes under containment zone and the red zone are now turning into a safe zone. But in spite of that, at other places, these numbers are increasing, and that's why the government want to contain these numbers, and that's the reason even the entire district transportation have also been halted so far. Only the essential services and the people who want to travel with certain reasons here and compassionate ground, only those people have been allowed to travel into intrastate here. But traveling between the green zone, the non-red zone basically we called it, so the travel between these zones have actually been exempted. And that's the reason some of the areas in Maharashtra right now, the activity have started, but not in the municipal corporation areas, but especially in the, we can say, that the rural areas, the activity has started.
All right, Shishir. So the number of containment zones in the state is falling, but we also see the cases are increasing. We'll keep coming back to you again to get more on that. So that was our correspondent Shishir joining us from Maharashtra, spelling out more details on the current situation of the COVID-19 pandemic in the state, and also he gave us the details of how the state government at present has not allowed domestic flight services to resume in the state from tomorrow onwards. And as we say this, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu also have deferred to start the operations of the flight from tomorrow onwards. Elsewhere in the country, the domestic flight operations will begin from tomorrow, and we also got you the guidelines which have to be followed by the passengers. Let's get you update on the railways now. The railways has decided to operate 2,600 more Shramik special trains in the next 10 days across the country. Now, this initiative is expected to benefit 36 lakh migrant workers. Railways has ferried more than 46 lakh migrant laborers on board the 2,600 Shramik special trains so far.
अगले 10 दिनों में जो हमने ट्रेनें शेड्यूल करी हैं वो करीब 2600 ट्रेनें शेड्यूल करी हैं, और उसमें जो हमने ये अनुमान लगाया है कि अगले 10 दिनों में 36 लाख पैसेंजर्स को हम ट्रेवल करा पाएंगे। और इसके अतिरिक्त हमने सारे राज्य सरकारों से अनुरोध किया है कि अगर उनकी राज्य की सीमा में कहीं से भी अगर उनको ट्रेन अरेंज करनी है वो हम तुरंत अरेंज कराएंगे। हम अपने सारे डिविजनल हेडक्वार्टर्स में हमने ट्रेन प्लेस कर रखी हुई है, एक तरह से रिक तैयार करके रखी है, और जैसे ही हमको कोई रिक्वायरमेंट मिलती है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट अथॉरिटी से, हम विद इन स्टेट भी ट्रेन चलाने को तैयारी करके रखे हुए हैं। ये जो रेलवे ने व्यवस्था की हुई है, इसके तहत जितने भी हमारे श्रमिक भाई बहन हैं वो जहाँ भी हैं उनको वहाँ से गंतव्य स्थान पहुँचाने के लिए रेलवे ने पूरी व्यवस्था की है, और ये व्यवस्था तब तक चलती रहेगी जब तक कि सारे श्रमिक भाई बहन अपने गंतव्य स्थान पे पहुंच जाएं।
And Railways has also made it clear that it was charging pre-lockdown normal fares only. Further, 85% of the expenses of Shramik special trains is being borne by the centre, and the states are only paying 15% in the form of fares. The Railways will run 100 pairs of special trains from 1st of June, and booking is going on for these trains, and the Railways are also monitoring it. Now, according to the Railways, only 10 out of 200 trains have been booked to the full capacity, and 190 trains still have many seats available. The Railways also says that more trains will be running for the routes with more demands.
1 जून से 200 और ट्रेनों को चलाने का निर्णय किया है और जिसके लिए कि हमने बुकिंग ऑलरेडी शुरू कर दी है। पता चला कि जो दूसरे श्रमिक भाई हैं या और लोग हैं कुछ ऑनलाइन बुकिंग नहीं कर पा रहे हैं, सो हमने सारे विंडोज खोलने का निर्णय लिया है।
The government is bringing back home the Indians who are stranded on foreign shores under Mission Vande Bharat. Civil Aviation Minister Hardeep Singh Puri in a tweet said that Mission Vande Bharat is a mission of hope and happiness for thousands of Indians who were stranded abroad and in distress. He informed that on May 23rd, 2,441 more people returned on 15 flights from Jakarta, Toronto, Dubai, Muscat, Abu Dhabi, Singapore, Melbourne, Sydney and Male. Now, priority is being given to stranded workers, pregnant women and patients. The Civil Aviation Minister said that by the end of May, Mission Vande Bharat would have brought over 50,000 Indians back home. He added that the government has accepted the proposal forwarded by private airlines to participate in Vande Bharat mission. Stranded Indian in Dubai, Mohammad Gufran, is being repatriated to Lucknow through special flight under Vande Bharat mission. Gufran said that he got stranded in Dubai where he was consistently in contact with the officials of the Indian consulate who provided every possible assistance to him during the appalling situation. He expressed gratitude to the officials of the Indian consulate. Let's listen in.
मैं एक एजेंट के थ्रू आया था दुबई काम के सिलसिले में, उसने विजिट का वीज़ा लगाया था और आने के बाद अगले दिन लॉकडाउन हो गया। 3 महीने से मैं बिना रूम के और बिना खाना पीने के बिना सुविधा के हूँ मैं यहाँ पर और मेरी मदद काउंसलेट हेल्प कर रही है।
And up next, we'll take a look at the latest data of COVID-19 situation across the country. And according to the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, 73,560 active cases have been registered across the country so far. 54,440 persons have been cured and discharged, while 3,867 people have died due to the illness. Maharashtra remains the worst affected state with 47,190 total confirmed cases, followed by Tamil Nadu with 15,512 cases, Gujarat at the third position with 13,664 confirmed cases, while Delhi has 12,910 confirmed cases. Up next, we get to our segment COVID Good News, wherein we get you updates and reports that inspire hope and positivity in tackling the coronavirus outbreak. Due to COVID-19 pandemic, now mask is very important part of our daily life, but wearing masks come with the difficulties too. It is very difficult to identify the person wearing the mask. Here in Kottayam, Binish, the owner of Bina Studios, has come out with a solution. Interesting enough? Take a look.
Binish, the owner of Bina Studios, prints customers' face on masks to make their identity evident. If any customer comes to the studio, he gets their face printed on mask in just 30 minutes. Customers can give their own photo as well for this purpose. Supplementation technology, which is used for printing in mug and t-shirt, is used for mask printing as well. Binish came up with this idea after several days of experimentation with mask and techniques. Within 2 days, the idea has grabbed the attention of city.
We have started experiments to create better version now. Now it is only on cotton masks, but we are planning for face printing on elastic masks as well. We will come out with face printed masks of different variety and quality. Currently being cotton, it comes with reusable facility and fit for washing too.
Now the studio is out on its next mission to innovate further and make different varieties of face printed masks. Surely COVID-19 challenge has thrown open the reservoir of our innovations as well. News Desk, Trivandrum.
And it's rightly said, necessity is the mother of invention. And here we have Binish with his invention there in Trivandrum. And up next are the news. As the Shramik trains across the nation are running day and night to help migrant laborers reach their homes, the railways made an attempt to quench the thirst of these laborers travelling miles in the scorching hot weather. Railways administration provided water to Shramik train passengers at special 5 stops, including Aligarh and Moradabad in Uttar Pradesh. And the 2-month-long lockdown has changed the lives of children from the city to rural areas. Today, these children in Tonk district of Rajasthan are spending quality time with their families and engaging in environment activities like gardening. Now, apart from this, they are planting, learning yoga and many traditional games from their grandparents as well. These children also engage themselves in creating activities like building birdhouse with junk items. Amid corona crisis, people have learned a new way of living in this situation while staying at their homes.
हनुमान चालीसा करना सीखा और 64 पासा हमने आज तक नहीं खेला जो हमारे दादाजी ने हमें सिखाया और रोजाना सुबह होकर नित्य हमने योगा करा।
मेरी मम्मी की मदद से मैंने कुछ सिलाई करना सीखा जैसे चंगा को मैंने लॉकडाउन में अनेक प्रकार के चित्र बनाए जिसमें अनेक कलर भरे जिससे मेरे को कलरों का ज्ञान होता है।
सुबह के समय बच्चों को योग करवाना, उसके बाद में नहाने के बाद में सब बच्चों को हनुमान चालीसा का पाठ करवाना। इनमें बच्चे पढ़ाई करते थे, पढ़ाई करने के बाद में शाम के समय इनको चौपट खिलवाना। समय बच्चों के हिसाब से मेरा पास हो गया।
Alright, so that report was a true example of how a dark cloud has a silver lining. In fact, every dark cloud has a silver lining. Let's get to other news now. Union Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad has hailed the 15-year-old girl Jyoti who cycled almost 1,200 kilometers from Haryana's Gurugram to her hometown in Bihar's Darbhanga with her injured father riding pillion amid the lockdown. Taking to Twitter, Prasad said that he was moved by the girl's courage and determination and also asked Sports Minister Kiran Rijiju to provide full support to the girl and develop her as a cyclist if she is interested. Meanwhile, the Sports Minister has assured the Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad in positivity. Kiran Rijiju, the Sports Minister, in a tweet said that he will ask Sports Authority of India officials and Cycling Federations of India to report to me after conducting the trials of Jyoti Kumari. He further said, and I quote him, if found potential, she will be selected as a trainee at the National Cycling Academy at IGI Stadium Complex in New Delhi. And Education Minister of Tripura, Rath had said that the state government is planning to resume regular classes in 4,509 government schools from mid of June. However, the teachers will have to join in from June 1st onwards in order to inspect necessary precautions and sanitization in the school premises. Meanwhile, the global COVID-19 death toll has surpassed the 3.4 lakh mark, while the number of cases from across the world crossed 53 lakh. As per the latest data, the global death toll stood at 3,42,078. The US currently accounted for the highest number of COVID-19 deaths in the world at 97,087, followed by the United Kingdom with 36,757 fatalities. The other countries with over 20,000 deaths are Italy, Spain, France and Brazil. And Brazil has become the world's second hotspot for the pandemic, overtaking even Russia and UK in terms of the number of cases of infection, which reached around 3,47,400. The South American nation has been worst affected from the virus, and so far there are more than 22,000 confirmed deaths. Brazil has also extended the restriction on the entry of foreigners for 30 days. And Spain will reopen to international tourism from July onwards. Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez also announced Spanish soccer's top flight division La Liga can return to action from June 8th after being disrupted by the novel coronavirus pandemic. La Liga has yet to officially confirm the date on which it will resume, although its president earlier hoped to reopen from June 12th. Prime Minister Sanchez also said that 3 billion euros would be earmarked a year on a scheme to provide most of its poorest citizens with minimum income. Over 28,000 deaths and over 2.34 lakh cases of infection have been diagnosed in Spain. However, the daily death toll has been steadily declining. Spain has also begun to relax one of Europe's strictest lockdowns, with the provinces of Madrid and Barcelona set to allow gatherings of up to 10 people from tomorrow as they move into the first phase of a de-escalation. And as the lockdown measures are slightly relaxed by the government, Renowned sitar player Suma Rani wishes a peaceful and healthy time in the difficult times. She renders magic through her hands on a sitar, playing a mesmerizing yesteryear's melody. Before we end the show, we also leave you with this melodious song, but also a quick reminder. Don't forget to maintain social distancing, keep yourself isolated, stay at home at present, and also maintain personal hygiene. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water. And if soap and water are not readily available, make sure you clean your hands with a sanitizer. On that note of caution, we'll take your leave. Do watch this melodious song. Bye-bye.
In this severe pandemic condition, we have lost many lives, our order, and also peace. I would like to take a bow at those who are fighting on our behalf, prioritizing to serve the mankind. And now it is the time for us to coexist and make the Mother Earth happy by not hurting her anymore. I wish everyone a healthy and a peaceful life. Jai Hind.